I've known Barbara for over 40 years. Barbara Kletschka is Dr. Harold Kletschka's beloved sister, constant companion, and soulmate, who together with his mother, Emma, and with me, were like the support wires of a giant mast of a sailboat, with Dr. Kletschka being the constant, steady, and powerfully strong mast, and the three of us helping provide the anchoring to keep this mast tall and straight, no matter how powerful the storms encountered. Barbara?
I'm grateful and just delighted to have the opportunity to share a story with you that I believe you will find alarming, but very inspiring. The man I'm describing for you is my big brother, Harold Dale Kletschka. He had the virtues and the attributes of a saint. These qualities were so genuinely and deeply within him that they defined him. He was so much more than just a nice guy. I believe these qualities disposed him to receive his creative inspiration. It is how he was able to reason the solutions he sought. As you learn about Harold's struggles and achievements, you'll join many others who he quietly inspires. I trust you'll take something worthwhile with you when you leave here today. He, as much as anyone I have ever known, believed that every moment of our life is important and that every human heartbeat is a gift. Using this concept and design principle, Harold and his partner, Edson Rafferty, co-invented the Kletschka Rafferty artificial heart blood pump, which has been estimated to have been used in more than 20 million surgeries worldwide. I have not only been a witness to these events, but I was a participant. In 1975, I actually volunteered to be the first human subject to have the pump clinically applied. That meant that my blood would be redirected from my body into the biopump, and using this revolutionary application of this pumping principle, my blood would be sent back into my body, and this would be done over and over again so that all of my blood would pass through this pump. When I tell people this, they often say, "You did what?" Weren't you afraid? What's at stake? For some, it's fame and fortune, but really, it's simply life and death. After abortion, heart disease is the leading killer in America. Excluding abortion, more than 1 in 4 deaths in the United States is due to heart disease, according to the Center for Disease Control. This is well over 600,000 deaths annually. It's also the largest cause of disability. And there is some very big money in the pot, too. It gets a little complicated, but this was a crossroads. It's where Harold learned about the politics, greed, and pride that manipulates science and derails research. He didn't care about the politics of academia, but he realized that he alone fully understood the concept of the artificial heart. Harold knew he must control the artificial heart project until it was completed if he was really truly going to accomplish his ultimate goal. During Harold's career, he witnessed countless projects get taken over or sold, only to fail or wallow in some corporate mud hole. Harold submitted himself fully to the will of God because he knew God was the source of his peace and happiness, come what may. Harold spent about 40 years of his life engaged in difficult legal battles, protecting his work and sometimes his professional life. Often, multiple legal proceedings ran concurrently. It is evident that the only technology now being used for permanent implantable artificial heart blood pumps are those using Harold's concept and designs, a non-pulsatile centrifugal flow using magnetically levitated impellers. Any more questions? I love questions. It just seemed like Harold very early on, though, just knew what he wanted to do. And he was affected by the death of one of his schoolmates in this one-room schoolhouse. And he just was so devastated by that one death. He just thought there's got to be something that people can do to help these people. And at that time, there was nothing. They didn't have antibiotics or anything. And so I don't know. He just these things just were in his mind, and that's why I think he started to research on his frogs, when he was only 12 years old.
So let me just ask you, Barb, you've invested quite a bit of your time and your money into supporting your brother even after all of this work has been done. Why has this been such an important mission for you?
Well, I know that life is very important to Harold, for one thing, and I guess my mission is really to get out and tell the story, and in doing so, maybe I can help to change the heart of man, and the way they're doing things in research and medical research and so forth.